I believe that this particular show marks Christmas, and I hold Christmas real dear.
Are we living in a time where God needs to heal land?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We have.
There was absolutely nothing there that I would want my child to see. There's absolutely nothing there that I want your child to see.
In their own mission statement, they talk about enhancing the quality of life. I don't think that enhances the quality of life.
Call it something different. Call it winter pride.
We're standing up for our small town. We're standing up for Christ. Everyone, welcome to a 511 exclusive. I'm Mike Harvey, here with Tom Touchstone and our special guest, Angelo Frazier.
Yeah.
Angelo from, did we say River Lakes Community Church? Or do
Yeah,
you want them included in this?
I'm River Lakes. I'm also a chaplain with the BPD,
Okay, awesome.
volunteer chaplain. So
Well, we got a
pastor,
couple
chaplain,
chaplains here.
Yeah.
pastor, chaplain.
So we're in front of the historic Bakersfield Fox Theater because today we're doing a location shoot.
That's
we're,
right.
we feel that this is appropriate for what we're doing today, and there's a subject matter that we're pretty passionate about. And Angelo, so you've been out here what 2 times before?
Yes,
Over a certain matter. Kind of bring us in why we're here.
Well, let's back up a little bit. I've
Yeah.
been in Bakersfield for 30 years.
Yes.
I've worked downtown here with the mission, and so I love this community. I love what the people are doing here. And there's a lot of things that are going on, a lot of changes that have taken place over the last number of years. Homelessness, obviously, fentanyl, and all those things. And there are a lot of people working on this as well. But I also noticed that kind of on the down low, there are things going on that could detrimentally change the culture and who we are in Bakersfield.
Kind
and
of an
that is-
undercurrent, wouldn't you say,
Yeah,
Angelo? I mean,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
one of those
yeah.
things that if you're a part of Bakersfield's culture, I left for a decade
Yeah.
and I moved to Los Angeles. A lot of my friends didn't understand why I came back. It's the community that is
yeah.
in Bakersfield.
really
It's
is.
the family that this community has basically cultivated. Basically,
Right. It basically is. And it's a family atmosphere, and that's the one thing that's drawing me here. So with all the issues and problems, man, I still love being here. I'm a pastor. I'm a chaplain. I get to do all those things, get to be out in the community all the time. So when I heard that the Fox Theater was putting on a drag queen performance, and apparently it had happened a year before, which I wasn't aware of
Yeah.
because of COVID and all of that kind of
But
thing.
do you think that was a little under the, like we're talking about, under the current?
I think it was, I don't know if it was done purposely, but
Yeah, we
No.
can't go there, but we got to ask the
I have
I have
question.
to imagine it probably was done purposely,
Yeah.
Angelo.
okay.
Mike's always going to throw.
That's
in the
my opinion.
conspiracy.
I got some opinions.
Okay, well then, let's go with Mike.
Yeah, let's go with Mike.
Then the other thing is, I said,
But you know what? They're calling it a drag queen Christmas.
right? And
Yeah.
2 years ago, we couldn't even say Christmas without offending people.
Right,
Or,
right.
Walmart got in a lot of trouble with that. And
Can we now? I mean,
yeah,
you and I.
I say it
Yeah,
all
we
the
were,
time.
we
In
were
our
using it
culture-
in the wrong context,
Well-
which is actually the right
Yeah,
context. But
right.
And let's define Christmas.
Yeah.
It's Christ Mass.
Yeah.
CHIRST
Right.
MAS. I'm not spelling that wrong. My mind.
CHRIST. Yeah.
Yeah, you spelled it right.
Yeah, I did. I mean,
You got it right.
I'm
You got
not
it.
the scholar here.
You
So
got it.
so if you have Christ Mass, it's Christ celebration.
Right.
Yeah.
And what we've been passed down through our heritage and our culture as Christians is that it's a day set aside to recognize Christ's birthday. We know that's not his birthday, but it's set aside, and we've had a lot of traditions that have come alongside of it through the years.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, a lot of and we can't even deny that because it's
Yeah.
historical.
Yeah.
But it's the idea they're putting together a drag queen Christmas.
Yeah, and that caught my heart. That caught my heart because I love Christmas, and most people do.
Yes.
I love Christmas, love that time of year. So when I saw Drag Queen Christmas, I was like, man, that's kind of interesting. So I got on the web and looked it up and go, oh, this is the sexualization of Christmas.
It is.
So the first thing I can do is we can pray. So I came down here, I believe Ezekiel 33:3. Blow the whistle, warn the people, that kind of deal. So we got down here with a bunch of friends down here under this Fox Theater building under the thing here.
Yeah.
And it was about 40 of us that day. And we got down here and prayed. Also, a group came out.
Like-minded people.
Like-minded people. Group came out to protest us. They were angry at us
For
for, first of all, praying during Pride Month. And how could we dare say anything negative about the drag queen Christmas? So they were more angry at us rather than the issues that were soon to be
How many
portrayed
people
on our
was
calendar.
that?
I'd say about
Angelo?
20 of those guys came out,
Okay.
and it was about 40 of us.
Okay.
And they yelled and screamed and called us names for about an hour.
Wow.
Mocked the very prayers that we were saying, and we have actual video of that. So what it reminded me of is that when we pray, and the Bible talks about that God put the truth of Him in every person, and that when people hear pray, boy, they're going to do one of two things. They're going to try to suppress that, or they're going to try to bring it up. And boy, the anger tried to suppress that. And when they were really mad, not at us, I think they were mad at what God had said. So Christmas is about God. So that was the first thing.
Well, you know, the Bible says that our battle is not against flesh and blood.
Exactly.
It's
not.
against the
Yeah.
spiritual
things. Exactly. That's what
powers
was
in the
going on.
heavenly and earthly realm, and we know what that's about. I don't want
Yeah.
to overcomplicate this,
Yeah.
but the Bible also says that if you humble yourself
Yep.
and pray and change your ways, God will heal your land.
And this
Are
one
we living in a time where God needs to heal land?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We have to, and that's
Wow.
why we start with prayer.
I think we're living in the time, we talked about this many times, Tom, and I know, Angelo, you're on the same page with us. We're living in the time where the Bible said, right will be made wrong, wrong will be made right. I don't think we can get any closer to it than that.
And if you're out there and you're watching our relative rants, our special today, our hybrid, you know, our 511 media groups is founded based on 1 Thessalonians 5:11.
Yep.
I mean, this is something that we do. So when I saw Angelo on Facebook the other day, I jumped right on and said, Angelo, you've been on our show before. You're a host on our show.
I am.
And so I said, we got to come out and do something and let somebody know, because gosh darn it, this is our pea patch. Can I say
Well,
that? I know
absolutely.
you're keeping me accountable today. We've
Well,
had some
we're
fun
we're standing up
conversations.
for our small town. We're standing up for Christ at
But,
the end of the
but
day.
the
have to.
Bible, it kind of identifies a pea patch, like, this is mine and I'm going to defend it.
Well, and I think what he put his church here for us to speak up. I've talked to most of the difficulties that I've gotten, you know, other than that day we came out here, were from believers.
Really?
Believers.
No way.
Huh.
Oh, why are you doing that? We got other issues we're dealing. We got fentanyl. We got homeless. That's a
Wow.
lot of people working on those things, but we can still lean in. I had the opportunity to go on a radio show here, a local radio show, and one of the first things he asked me was, you know, who anointed you sage of Bakersfield to speak? And I said to the radio host, I said, you're on the radio every day, 3 hours a day, putting forth your ideas, your opinions, your thoughts, your influences.
Right.
I mentioned one thing, and all of a sudden, I've been anointed sage of Bakersfield.
Well, and you know, the truth is, I think, Angelo, somebody has anointed you for that
Well,
position,
yeah,
because
I agree,
there's a
Angelo.
reason why you're called to it.
You know, I think, now let's go back to the pandemic, and I'm going to open that Pandora's box. That was a great
The P
attempt.
word.
That was a great attempt to shut the church
Yeah.
down.
It sure was.
Yeah, it was.
You know, and
It really was.
It was.
It was.
But there are okay if the Christians will stand in their little corner
Yeah.
and keep your mouth shut.
Stay in your lane.
We'll let you say your message.
Yeah.
So I want to know, Angelo, your opinion. This is what I want to know. When you know your opinion out there, what would happen if they happen to choose the Prophet Muhammad's birthday that the Muslims celebrate?
and
what if
that's
they
what
said
I-
we're going to do a drag queen show on that celebration? What in the heck would happen?
Well,
then?
that's what I challenged the news in that.
Oh, you
and
did?
I showed it. I challenged it. I said, and let's just go one step further. How about a drag queen Holocaust?
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, if it's open season, if it's entertainment on anything, then let's put anything up there. Now I'm being facetious, of course.
Yes.
The fact is, it's an attack on Christianity. It's an
is.
attack
It
on the
is.
belief we have. So what I thought was, in Charles Schultz in 1965, he stood up and said, you know, commercialism has gotten so crazy, I'm going to do something to kind of remind people what Christmas is all about. And he had a little cartoon called Charlie Brown
I
Christmas.
love Charlie
And
Brown's Christmas.
that almost didn't get on the air. As a matter
Wow.
of fact, those 7 verses out of Luke, they were concerned that to have that read on TV. They were really concerned about that. So they went to Charles Schultz and said, look, man, Your cartoon is kind of bad, but the whole Bible verses, we're not. You take that out, and maybe we can put the. Charles said no. Either we're putting it in, or I'm taking my cartoon and going home.
I didn't know that.
Absolutely. And so Charles stood against the time to get the message across. So today we're doing the same thing by saying, hey, you know what? Marking someone's traditional holiday, especially Christmas, is not entertainment. It's not cool. Now, let me just share something with you. I got on the Fox historic website and read what their mission statement is. Here's their mission statement.
Okay, Tom. I want to hear it.
Mike, I want you to listen very carefully to this.
Our director, Alex Howell, could do a drum roll.
The Fox Theater Foundation is a nonprofit organization which relies on public donations to support the mission and vision of the historic Fox Theater building, the heart of downtown Bakersfield Cultural District. Now, here it is. Its mission is to enhance the quality of life in Kern County through effective operation of the historic Fox Theater as the area's premier cultural and community center. Now, you tell me, does the Charlie Brown Christmas or drag queen Christmas, which one enhances the quality of life?
Well, I could tell you this, that in my opinion, it's Charlie Brown's Christmas, because if we're going to show you on this, and I think, Alex, we're PG 16, PG 13. Well, there's this one guy out there, because I went back, because there's a guy and his name is Kitty Demure. That's his YouTube channel, and I did watch it, so don't come against me on that. And basically, this is a drag queen.
Yeah.
Because he's a drag queen, and he is coming out saying why it's wrong.
They are not only destroying the lives of children, but they're destroying the lives of normal, average LGBT people. They make us look bad. They make us look like predators.
And last year, which is interesting, last year they had a family, it was for all family. And he was saying that's wrong. And this year they've done a plus 18.
Yeah.
But as I went out on Fox's website the other night, you can order tickets.
You could.
But you can also, as they go down and you read on their website, it says that they're going to leave it up to the parents.
Right. And also, if you want a discount, Mike, Tom, you want a discount, just type in naughty.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So we're playing on this whole idea.
Playing on how idea.
So the Fox Theater is playing on the whole idea.
And if you want an orchestra seat, it's $500
for this. So as you're out there, I want to show you, and we're going to run some clips about what happens. They sexualizing
Christmas.
The Christmas, and you can make up your own decision, because you got to realize which one's not. They've got reindeer that are performing sexually explicit acts. They got candy canes, which are performing sexually explicit acts. They have a Christmas present that actually covers the breasts of a drag queen.
Except
which
it doesn't actually cover.
Yeah.
They screwed off the red nippled reindeer.
Huh.
You said that.
You know, one of the things that I'm appealing to the good people of Bakersfield, Kern County, and even the country, I believe in capitalism. You can do what you want. But I think there has to be a line drawn somewhere.
But this is something that I deal with a lot, and we deal with it a lot, is the fact that, hey, I'm not against somebody who wants to live their life and do that. I know Mike will come up against me on that. We do a lot on our shows. but call it something different. Call it Winter Pride. Come down and have a march or whatever, but call it Winter Pride. Don't call it Drag Queen Christmas.
Well, this is purposeful why they're calling it Christmas. Because here in the heart of Kern County, if they can grab a hold of this and stomp all over this, we're going to have drag queen parades marching down our main streets. And to have this normalized, I say no, and I believe the good people of Kern County will say no too.
Well, I think, and as we are, I mean, there again, we're looking at our educational system, which my wife works in our public education system, and she does a great job. She's a superintendent here in Kern County. But we're dealing with a lot. And now they're throwing this on it too. So what are we having to explain to kids more than, we got this gender ideology that we're having to figure out between, somebody who has a biological sex and then has another a gender sex, which we all knows.
Right.
You know, I mean, it's like,
I
come on.
I think there's male and female. That's what
well,
I
well,
know.
that-
Well,
See, that's
what
what
was
we're
your
coming back
shirt
to.
I saw in our picture the other day about the archaeologists?
It's a paleontologist will never discover transgender bones.
That we never will.
Genesis 1:27.
So,
You know-
so
yeah,
as
go
we
ahead.
believe that, and now we even have, you know, and I'm just going to go off on this, and this is going into our show, Relevant Rants. We've got another opportunity coming up, apparently, that we get to vote on California's definition of marriage.
Yeah, that's
Coming
coming
up.
up. Yeah,
That's coming up. So-
Proposition 8 needs to be repealed
Yes.
because of the Supreme Court ruling
Yeah.
that gay marriage is constitutional.
Yeah, so we have so much to battle against, and I don't want to battle against people groups. I really don't. But principles come up to one thing. Either you believe what you believe or you don't. And I think this is something that I wanted to come out. And I talked to Mike about it because we're putting ourselves on the line here. We want to support this. We want to support you, but we also want to support the city of Bakersfield.
Right.
We're
Because
talking about what's the country singer's name?
Jason Aldean?
Jason Aldean,
not in this small town. You know,
Yeah.
people think that maybe Bakersfield is a larger town. We're between L.A.
Right,
and
it is.
San Francisco.
But we still have small town values.
We let's say it. We make California mad because because we are a conservative
We are.
county. We have a great sheriff. We got people in here, and I'm just saying that there's a lot of opportunity for them to come in and start to erode that.
Well, and just speaking of the good people of Bakersfield, and I definitely want to say this, and I hope this gets in the taping. The Wong brothers, which are here,
I saw that.
they
Glad to have you guys. Thank you.
If it weren't for them videoing and catching pictures of the events, they were the main ones that caught what happened our first time out. The yelling and screaming. So the videos you're going to see,
And we're going to get those from them.
Were from
Alex and the Wongs.
Michael and the Wong. And I tell you the interesting thing about it is God has placed them here to catch what's really going on. Because our own news stations, all three of them were down here. They videotaped everything but would not show that. So controlling the narrative, I really believe that our news sometimes suppresses the truth, controlling the narrative because of the misplaced identity.
So are you saying sometimes they don't?
Sometimes they don't.
I've never seen that
So-
happen.
I have good people that work in there that don't. But some stories they do suppress.
Yeah.
And we saw it.
Well, we're seeing it right now. They're camouflaging things. If you know, and I, you know, there again, I'm going to agree with Governor Newsom on something. And we spend a lot of time
Did you
on
hear
our
what he
show
just said?
disagreeing with him.
Agree with Governor Newsom?
But Gavin Newsom said, and
he
I
did.
think it was on Sean Hannity's show, that everybody is in their own echo chamber.
Yeah.
And
can't see that way.
you know what? I am not that way. I mean, if I sit here and say I watched Kitty Demers' review of 2022's Drag Queen Christmas,
Now, real quick, let's say
I watched it
what
for
the-
this show.
Yes, there was a purpose. It
Yes.
wasn't just because you were trying to get entertained.
So Mike's worried right now. Mike's worried right now of Angelo because I believe that this is one of our country's worst problem. The left, I'm just going to say it, the left is afraid of the facts. And
that's why we got to lean into it.
And you know, and I love what our friends at the Daily Wire say. Facts basically override your feelings.
Yeah.
You have to, and
have
so the feelings are the mainstream media says if we suppress this, people won't talk about it. Well, that's what we're doing. We're here talking about what they wouldn't put on local television.
Well, they put it on there, but they
Blocked out.
they suppress what was really going on.
Okay, I got you.
The fact is, if Pastor Angelo would have been yelling, DLG would be knocking on the door.
Right?
So
Yeah.
here's
Well,
the thing.
parents stand up in a
That's right.
school meeting.
That's right.
They actually
They are
come up-
domestic terrorists.
Yeah, and then we found out through Daily Wire's investigative reporting that Loudoun County, the school district back then, suppressed the fact that there was a transgender female, a guy thinks he's a girl, that actually committed a crime in their bathroom.
Yeah.
And the father that stood up basically he got removed.
Mhm.
I forgot what else happened to him, but he got removed. But it took somebody to go down and open this up.
And
So-
he was removed to another school and did the same thing
They did
again.
the same thing there.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Angelo, I like what you're doing here, and that's why we want to support it and bring it to people to know that we're willing to say something.
So if you agree with us, and we hope you do, the good people of Bakersfield, a matter of fact, I had someone from the East Coast call me and said, can I share this back east? If you in this country agree that drag queen Christmas is not entertainment and shouldn't be mocking out, then write to the board of directors here, and we will supply you the link. Let them know, be kind. You know, we aren't asking you to hurt and harm. We're saying peacefully make your voice known, because that's how change happens. And I know some people are saying, oh, it won't matter, you know, things are the way they are. Yes, it does matter.
Can I go out on a limb here, and I'm going to kind of put my own foot in my own mouth, but I think you guys will be behind me.
Be the first time?
No, it wouldn't. It'd be like the umpteenth time. Can we put together maybe a link to go to a page where they can sign up for an email? We can give them some information and stuff that they can do to support this cause.
Absolutely, and we'll add all that in there, but it's going to take action.
Yes, it is.
Because one of the things, if you turn on the TV and you watch, if you're like me, you get so frustrated because all you hear about the problems. You don't hear about solutions, and you don't hear about what you can do. So what we want to talk about, here's what you can do. We can simply say, no, we don't want that here. And hopefully other groups will say, no, we don't want that
and
there.
that's why I want to put that page out there so we can give them more about what they can do down the road as well.
Now, the thing I like to say, Angelo, and I want to say it from my heart, we're not against a people group.
No.
We're against the fact that they're calling it a drag queen Christmas, which we take as a celebration to our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Absolutely. And that's what Christmas is about.
That's what it's about. That's what we portray it as. And we take offense to it when another people group come in to make a mockery of it. But Christianity has been the thing that has been fair game in our country.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, we had Rob McCoy on, Pastor Rob McCoy, that had God Speaks Church in Newbury Park, where he didn't close his church down during the pandemic. He stood up for his rights because they were coming against Christian church. They didn't even want us to sing because they said it was
droplets could get in the air and could spread the whole thing. Yeah, it's the frog in the water.
It is.
It's so we don't feel it right now with all the other issues going on. It's like no big deal. This is a big deal, because if the moral structure of our country falls, then anything goes.
Yes.
Anything goes.
Well, they came against the nuclear family first, and we could go down that rabbit hole all we want, but it goes back to our roles, doesn't it, even, Angelo?
Yes, it does.
And I think this is something we firmly believe in. We believe that people need to stand up and need to say something, even if it's disagreeable.
Absolutely.
But
you can be respectful.
You can be respectful, and I think we have. Have I been respectful, Mike?
Yes.
You've been holding me back, so I am.
I've been holding you back.
And I think, Tom and Mike, what you were alluding to is that this isn't against any people group.
No.
We are looking at division. We're actually looking at bringing people together.
Yes.
Well,
because if we don't have things that we can stand together with, we're going to fall together.
Yes.
I think I can speak for all three of us when I say actually the people group that they might try to say that we're coming against, all three of us actually have love for, right? And we want to see good things for them. We don't want harm to come to anybody. And really that's you two being pastors and, you know, me being a longtime Christian and family man and all of those things. We care about people, we care about society, but we also care about the culture and frankly the civilization that my children, your guys' children and grandchildren are growing up in.
My kids are growing up in this world.
And so
I love the country, and I love what we stand for. And it's not
but if we don't stand for anything,
we fall for everything.
Yeah.
So
Bakersfield has a great community here.
It does.
I've been here for, I don't know how long you guys been here, but
I've been here for
30
40, almost 42 years.
Yes, I've been here.
But you look 17.
All my life, really.
and so, you know, people say, why are you in California? Why are you this? And, you know, Gavin Newsom and all this. I love it here. I love that there are good people here doing great things.
Yes.
There are people here working behind the scenes for the homeless. There are people here working for the fitness.
That's right.
My friend Shannon Grove just got the trafficking bill passed up there with the help of
That's
Gavin
phenomenal.
Newsom. That is absolutely
Well, I talked Letitia Perez a lot. I had her on my show and had her out at Cal State because we're looking to work with disenfranchised youth.
Yeah.
That's probably what we want to do. We want to help solve that.
Well, and I think something you say often that Angelo, I'm sure, will agree with as well. There's actually a lot more stuff that we agree on than we disagree
Absolutely.
on.
But when you get to that third rail,
Yes.
you got to speak up.
You
That's
do.
right.
You get to that third rail. And this is why? Because if you can mock the very essence of what you believe,
Yes.
and I don't mock Islam. I
No,
don't
I
mock
do not.
Judaism. I
I
don't
don't
mock
know.
anybody's religion, even though I may disagree. And here we are, we're selling tickets to an historic Fox Theater that their mission statement said their goal is to enhance the life.
And if you type in naughty,
You type it now,
You
you
get
get
a
a discount. That doesn't enhance the life of people in Bakersfield, Kern County. I don't think it enhances the life of people anywhere,
I
Tom,
agree.
Mike.
No.
I don't.
Frankly, no.
I like it. Well, hey, anything else you want to say, Angelo?
I
How do they
got a
get a
lot
hold?
to
How do they
say.
get a hold of you, Angelo?
Well, how did it get a hold of me? Let's see. I'm here in
Facebook?
Bakersfield, California. Facebook, you can get on Facebook.
I know you,
I'm
but I'm
here,
just
I'm
saying
over at
our
River
audience.
Lakes. I'm a chaplain in the BPD. But the most important thing, I just think I'm a believer in the biblical principles
yes.
of God.
Yes.
I live in this county.
Yes.
Mhm.
I work in this county.
Yes.
I deal with people day in and day out. I talked to a young man yesterday. I was going into a breakfast meeting, and he had been shot. Talked to him for a little bit. He gave him a cup of coffee. He was telling me his story. And he's just kind of homeless, running around. We talked for a long time to have him, to try to connect with him to get off the street. I do that every other day.
Yeah.
I love this town.
I love the people in this town.
Yeah, I love the people in this town. So, and like I said, we got great people, but we got great leaders in this town. We got great people. I'm saying, if you're a public official, come out against this.
Yeah.
If you're a public official, come out publicly and say, this is not good entertainment.
Yeah.
If you're a mom and dad, come out against this and say, this is not good entertainment. You're a pastor of a local church, a church here in town, come out against this and say, we are not against people. We are against the presentation of this because this is not entertainment.
Yeah. Being a drag queen Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
The
not
two words don't.
They don't go
when they,
together.
when they portray the characters of Christmas the way they are inside the Fox.
That's right.
Sexualizing Christmas
Yes, it's not okay.
is not good entertainment for anyone. No.
Amen.
Hey, there again, let us know on 511 Media Group. You can catch us on Spotify, Apple,
iTunes,
anything you
Facebook,
want to, yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah, leave us
pretty
a
much
comment.
anywhere.
Leave us a comment whether you agree or disagree with us. Hey,
Yeah.
we got broad shoulders. Mike does.
And I do.
Just so also know too that if this goes through, we're calling for a countywide prayer time, December the 17th. That if this show goes through, we're going to come down here for the entire evening and pray while the show's going on. So that's what we're going to call for. Peacefully.
Yes.
Thanks for watching.
Yep.